गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. We have to do 183, isn't it? Yeah?
Yes, Swamiji, 599 page.
599, 183, verse number 183. Okay, so we are again in the same chapter, Ajnana Khandana, denial of ignorance, meaning that ignorance, something called ignorance is not possible at all. That is what we are looking at. And again, repeating the same thing, that if there is pure consciousness, if there is truth, and if there is ignorance, then there will be two things. But the definition of truth is ekameva dvitiya. It is one without a second. So how can anything other than truth exist? So ignorance is only at the relative level, and it is we use that word, but it's only our Jnaneshwar Maharaj uses it as Ajnana is Ajnana. Normally we call it ignorance, but he calls it as incomplete knowledge. Jnana means knowledge. Ajnana means not no knowledge. It means incomplete knowledge. Incomplete knowledge of what? Our own essential nature. And what we are doing now is understanding that we have to sift through the mind. We have to sift through our experiences in order to come to the correct conclusion that we are the one who has never come and gone. We are the one who has never become many, but supporting the many. We are the one who is pervading the entire duality, and we are the one in essence, which is one without a second. This conclusion, less conclusion we have to come to. When? While living, not after posthumously. So, the pure consciousness absorbs the specific expressions like seer and seen, and then manifests as the unmanifest. This is explained in the next OV. Don hi vishesha gili na nirvisheshante ugli ughad jhapi ye kadoli vastuchi hai. Whether both the specificities are absorbed or the non-specificity manifested, it is nothing but like closing and opening of the eyes. It continues to be as it is. The absolute self is always free from the triputi. What is triputi? What is the triad? Subject, object, and instrument of knowledge. Knower, known, knowing, experiencer, experienced, experiencing, seer, seen, seeing, hearer, heard, hearing, and so on. Every thought is a conglomeration of these three. See? And when these three are not there, what is there? Absence of these three. Can we stop? Chitta vritti nirodha iti yogaha. So are we aspiring for a state of disposition where we are mindless? that there is no thoughts in the mind, and bring that about artificially by chitta vritti nirodh, that artificially is by alcohol, by drugs, or if or are we going to observe that this absence of thoughts in our mind, a thought free state, is not only possible through drugs and alcohol, but it is happening in coma also, in sleep also, in samadhi also. See? And why stop there? It is happening between two thoughts also, isn't it? So you keep refining your search from outside to within, and see that that this whole creation, whether it is outside or within your mind, is nothing but a play of objectification and non-objectification, of appearance and disappearance, of manifestation and unmanifestation, of thoughts. See? And this is your direct experience even right now, that you are experiencing the thoughts coming and you are experiencing the thoughts going. Just like your example taken is, just like the eyes are open, they see the world, and you can't keep it open all the time. After some time, they will blink. And when they blink, what happens to the whole world? It becomes zero. But because the world becomes zero, you don't become zero, you are still there. And after some time, the eyes will open up again. Whether you call it a blink or whether you call it coming out of sleep or coma, is the same thing, but at a bigger scale, at a gross level. So here he says that both the specificities, the I, the subject as well as the object, they merge back and then they appear again. And this is continuously going on. Nothing can be done about it. If you are artificially going to stop all the manifestation by way of chitta vritti nirodha, if understood wrongly, then you are asking for trouble. You are living in another imagination in your mind. This pure consciousness absorbs or swallows the specific expressions of seer and seen. Who absorbs? So you are the seer right now and you are the seen. I am the seen. You are the hearer right now and I am the heard. Close your eyes. Open your eyes. Where did the seer and seen go? Where did the hearer and heard go? I did not speak for 2-3 seconds. So, because if every interaction is a play of the Triputi, and that Triputi is made up of subject, object, and instrument of knowledge, when you closed your eyes, where did the seer go? Where did the seen go? Where did the hearer go? Where did the heard go? Here it is, and it goes back to the pure consciousness. Because it all came out for whom? For you. For each one of us. The subject as well as the object, the moment we stopped, we closed our eyes, it went back to the pure consciousness that we are. So where is the question of ignorance? Why don't you recognize that absence of manifestation and presence of manifestation is a phenomena that is continuously going on, rather than be fixated on the idea that all the manifestation is real and unmanifestation leads to ignorance. Get out of this conviction. You understand what we are saying? absence of creation is not equal to ignorance. Instead, we are recognizing absence and presence of creation as a continuous phenomena. One keeps giving way to the other. You look at it at any of your sensory levels, or you look at it at the waking, dream, deep sleep level, or at subjective level as the thoughts coming and going. This is your data. We are not talking about something from outside. This is your data. There are two expressions, general and specific, Samanya Jnana and Vishesha Jnana. Samanya Jnana is pure consciousness which is present in the presence and in the absence of the Vishesha Jnana. So, here specific knowledge and non-specific knowledge or general knowledge. Our understanding of the word general knowledge is knowing everything about everything, or master, no, jack of all, master of none. That is called as general knowledge. This is not the definition. Samanya Jnana is general knowledge. Vishesha Jnana is specific knowledge. And that's why I use general knowledge instead of non-specific knowledge. So both of them are appearing at the same time. There is a general light on the wall, and on my glasses there is a specific reflection of the light. Can you see that? So there is a general light on my face. Even the glasses are being illumined by the general light. But on the glasses, some point on the frame or on the glass, there will be a sparkle. That is specific light. Vishesha Jnana and Samanya Jnana. So here he is taking one example. For example, when we say this is a book or this is a glass, there are two knowledges functioning. Samanya Jnana is the isness, the existence common to all objects, and the other is the specific nama, and name and form, nama, rupa of the particular object, which naturally varies from object to object. This is the Visheshata or the specific expression. So what is the general light and the specific light? I gave one example here. Similarly, everything in the creation is existing. Without existence, nothing can be there in this creation. So what is that existence? Samanya Gyan. This is a sofa, this is a book, this is a laptop, this is a phone, this is a person, this is a house. Is. Without is, you cannot make a sentence complete. Isn't it? So that is the Samanya Jnana, non-specific knowledge. Can you catch existence? Can you hold existence? You can't. Non-specific. You can only hold name and form. You cannot hold anything that has got no name and no form. Existence has got no name and form. As Samanya Jnana, existence has got no name and form. And what is your Vishesha Jnana? Vishesha Jnana is specific knowledge. So this is, table is a specific knowledge, laptop is a specific knowledge, phone is a specific knowledge, house is a specific knowledge, book is a specific knowledge. Each word that you are hearing is a specific knowledge. Where are you hearing this word? In the waking. Waking is a specific knowledge. I am a body is a specific knowledge. I have a mind is a specific knowledge. I was sleeping is a specific knowledge. Now I am awake is a specific knowledge. A Triputi appears only where there is specific knowledge. With non-specific knowledge, Triputi does not appear. You are understanding? See this sparkle of light on the frame, if you are seeing somewhere or the other, or on the glasses, it depends upon the angle. Sometimes it will appear here, the sparkle, sometimes it will appear here, sometimes it will appear here, sometimes it will appear here, depending upon the angle at which it is placed in front of the light. Exactly the same way. Existence is the general light, and every object in this existence is the specific light, if I can use it that way. Every object is the specific knowledge, and that specific knowledge cannot exist without the general knowledge or the non-specific knowledge, which is called existence. Sat, we talk about truth as Satchidanand, that Sat is existence. Without existing, the variety of creation cannot exist. This table is borrowing its existence from the Sat. In fact, it is pervading with Sat. There is no place in this table, there is no area in this table which is without Sat. See? So, this is what is told here, that this is the Visheshata of the specific expression. With reference to every specific objective knowledge, the seer is born. With every object. Which object? Which has Nama Roop. This table has a Nama Roop. This book has a Nama Roop. Every person on the Zoom has a Nama Roop. Every part of your body has a Nama Roop. See? So with the Nama Roop, what he's saying here, a seer is born, a knower is born. You understand? And the moment knower is born, Triputi is there. Triputi means a thought. And the thought must be having a subject, that is you as the seer, this book as the scene, and the seeing is taking place as a result when the two interact. So here he says, with reference to every specific objective knowledge, objective knowledge means what? Anything that you can see separate to yourself. Whatever you can see separate to yourself is specific knowledge. Thus, there are two specificities or Visheshatas. The speaker and the listener are both Vishesha with reference to the relationship of experiencer and experienced. So, thus, here we see that the seer is with reference to the seen, the hearer is with reference to the heard. So, you are at this moment, when your attention is on my face, you are the seer. When your attention is on the sound, you are the hearer. But you are thinking that both the seeing and hearing is taking place at the same time. This is your foolishness. Only one thing can happen at a time. But it is happening so fast that you live in this misconception that this is one complete experience. We are trying to break it up. When your attention is on my form, the seer is coming, that, Swamiji, looks like Swamiji has taken bath and combed his hair. Then that thought goes away. Oh, why am I thinking about this? We are talking about subject and object, Visheshta and specific. Immediately you come back. Then you are hearing. Then again you are becoming the heard, and you are the hearer, I am the heard. Then every word, you heard, you are the hearer, I am the heard, and hearing is ping. Then the next word was what? Every word. Then again word came. When I pronounced the word, you became the hearer, I am the heard, and the hearing is taking place. So with every object, a I is born. That I takes the role of a seer, hearer, toucher, feeler, taster, thinker, experiencer, knower, blah, 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 and keeps going away. And it's happening so fast. Before we go ahead, this imaginary continuity of I is called as ego. This is the one who suffers. This is the one who has regrets. This is the one who is anxious. This is the one who becomes angry, greedy, jealousy, ambitious, security, desiring. This is because it is seeing continuity where there is no continuity. Who? Ego. This is the ego which slept last night and thinks I am awake in the same body, but it's not the same body. But it imagines because thoughts are going so fast. It has never looked at it.
Does it create a false duration?
False?
Duration of thoughts. A duration.
So it's a false fixation. It's a fixation on continuity. The example that we give is if you take a fulhari, a sparkler, and you keep going around, you will see a circle of light. But at any given moment, the sparkler is only at one point in the circle, isn't it? The light is only at one point, but it is going so fast, there is an illusion of circle of light. Yeah. Similarly, the I with reference to object can appear only with one reference to object. I see you. I hear you. Thought over. Yeah. I feel the cloth. Thought over. I listen to you. Thought over. But now I see, I feel, I touch, I hear, I feel it's the same person who is going through the whole thing. And this imaginary continuity of I is like that imaginary circle of light which does not exist. So this imaginary continuous I is called the ego. Here we are analyzing that with every object, the I comes, and when that thought is complete, because everything that comes into existence must go out of existence. Everything that is born must die. So a thought has appeared. Thought is the genesis of the thought is subject, object, and instrument of knowledge. The seer, seen, and seeing is going on. Then if this thought is born, it must die. Death is unmanifestation. When it dies, then next Triputi comes up. And we as stupid people, this is incomplete knowledge. We have somewhere, nobody has taught us, we were not available to it. We have started thinking that we are continuous as the body, we are continuous as the thinking, we are continuous as the experiences, we are continuous. The house which I built 20 years ago is the same house that I am living in. You are far away from the truth. This house is not the same what you came 20 years ago. You have been coming 20 years.
We are not the same.
So we are ever new.
Yeah.
We are ever new. But we want to live in the past. Where I left yesterday, I want to continue today.
And project it into the future.
Into the future. Yeah. And that cannot happen. And that's what brings about all the problems of the mind. Because we are not living in the present. We are pulling the past into the future. Or pulling the past into the present. That yesterday's body is this body.
Yes.
Yesterday's mind is this mind. Yesterday's problem are today's problems. Yesterday's successes are today's success. And this way we keep going on and keep suffering and then keep blaming the God that why you didn't help me.
And getting attached to the same experiences.
And because you are repeating the same thing again and again, it becoming so deeply ingrained in your subconscious.
Yeah.
So you have to do something different to come out of it. If you keep doing the same thing, you will keep getting the same thing. Correct? If I'm eating something and it's giving me gas trouble, and I keep eating it and expect that I will not get gas trouble next time, mind over matter, it's not going to work. Body will still experience the gas.
Yeah.
My mind will get disturbed by that gas. So I have to change the intake of food so that the gas does not get created. Similarly, if I keep thinking the way I am thinking right now about the world, I'll keep getting what I have been getting. And if I want a different outcome, then I have to start thinking differently.
Yeah.
This is the basic rule, and this is why we are studying Amrutanubhava. Amrutanubhava means what? Experience of immortality. And what is it saying? It is, Jnaneshwar Maharaj is saying that you are immortal right now. You don't know that because you are in the loop. You are in the imaginary continuity with reference. Be the referenceless person. So here, the speaker and the listener are both Vishesha with reference to the relationship of experience and experienced. Why Vishesha? Subject, the experiencer and the experience. Because if I say, I am seeing you, this I thought with reference to you, Louis, this I thought appeared only because you were there. If you were not there, I will not say, I see what? I don't have to say, I see. Isn't it? That thought will not come. So when I close my eyes, do I say, but because of this overthinking that I see, when I close my eyes, I say, I see nothing. That's also another stupidity. Because nothing is not an object. So, Jnaneshwar Maharaj is attempting to take our mind that don't make nothingness or absence a thought. He's saying, when you close your eyes, both the seer and the seen merge back into the consciousness. So when you close your eyes, you don't say that I see nothing, I see absence, there is emptiness, there is nothingness. No, there is pure consciousness. This shift has to come about if you want to know yourself, be yourself. If you want to, that is the truth is here, right now. But you are diluting it by saying there is nothing. Both speaker and listener are simultaneously subject and object. This is possible only because both are conscious. In this consciousness alone, at one point of the expression of specific jnanam as speaker and another point as listener. So, same consciousness has become the subject and object. At a very gross level, that same consciousness has become the speaker and the same consciousness has become the listener. Just like subject and object in our mind are the same consciousness. Similarly, outside also, the listener also is that pure consciousness and the speaker is also the pure consciousness. The seen also is the pure consciousness. The seer also is the pure consciousness. When we start thinking like this, our mind will start expanding. Not only each thought is a play of subject and object who are nothing but the pure consciousness, but its grossification which is outside. The seer and the seen, the hearer and the heard, the experiencer and the experienced world, everything is nothing but the pure consciousness. This is expansion of the vision. This is the, if you understand and if it clicks, this is that Virata Roop before it leads to abidance. That where everything is pervaded by the pure consciousness. And that pure consciousness I am. And in this pure consciousness, the game of duality is going on. Then where will you run? Where will you run? Rather than take yourself as an individual person who is imaginary. He does not exist. The individuality is only an appearance. Mithya Purush. Thus, having swallowed the seer and seen Visheshata, so when you close your eyes, what is happening? The seer is going back to its source, the seen is also going back to its source. And what is the source? Who is swallowing it? So either you say they have merged back into their source, or we say pure consciousness has, the moment you close your eyes, the thought, because the thought that I am seeing you was there in your mind, the moment you closed your eyes, the I was swallowed into the pure consciousness, and the you, whoever, whatever the object, that is also absorbed back into the pure consciousness. Just like the water throws out a wave out of itself and then absorbs it after some time. Or we can say from a wave point of view that the wave appears out of the water and merges back into the water. But that is only language. It was always water. And when we keep holding on to the name and form, then the sadhana begins to reach nowhere, because you are already that. Thus, having swallowed the seer and seer seen Visheshata, thereafter the pure consciousness starts manifesting as the unmanifest. So, when all specificity of the subject with reference to the object, when both of them, subject and object, dissolve or are swallowed or are merged back into its source, then there is unmanifestation. We call it as unmanifestation of the thought, isn't it? After every thought, it is happening to you. In deep sleep also, unmanifestation of thought is happening. All subject and object is going away. Specific subject and object is going away. Then, first, the specificity of experience experienced is swallowed. Then, all the specificities of subject object are wiped out. Then it manifests as the unmanifest. This way, the manifestation and unmanifestation are going on alternatively, like the winking of eyes. So first, take it at a larger scale. When we are in the waking, the specific I and the specific object, so many of them are there. And then sleep comes. What happens? What happens when sleep comes? All the specific I's with reference to the specific objects of the waking vanish. Correct? Now what is left? Two things will happen. Either you will go to sleep or you will dream. So for some time in the mind, the subtle I, specific I, and the subtle objects will continue to appear if they appear. And eventually that also gets exhausted, and it leads to unmanifestation of all eyes and all subjects and all objects. In other words, all the seer, seen, experiencer, experience, all duality ends. And what remains is the unmanifest state, the total unmanifest. Deep sleep, we can take it from waking and dream. Waking is gross manifestation, dream is subtle manifestation, and deep sleep is unmanifestation. Unmanifestation of what? Waking and dream. What is waking and dream? A play of subject, object, and instrument of knowledge. Triputi. Correct? So gross. So Triputi was always in the mind. Triputi was never outside. But the reference for the first, it was the gross reference. So Louis or this laptop or this table, there is a gross table. So I see the table, then I close my eyes. In dream, I see the table, but the table is only a thought. Your table is an object also. And in deep sleep, both the gross and the subtle table both vanish. And along with that, the I also vanishes. Where do they go back? They go back to the source. So here it is told that this way the manifestation and unmanifestation are going on alternately, like the winking of the eyes. So this sentence is told for us to be alert, that not expect emptiness to be a state of meditation. Emptiness is not state. We will contradict it another place. Don't worry about that. But emptiness which leads to unmanifestation, which leads to manifestation. This is a phenomena which is continuously going on at the gross and subtle levels. Catch this about your experience. When you are moving in the world, when you are thinking by yourself in your thought, in your mind, when eyes are open, the seer is born. When the eyes are closed, the seer, seen and seeing are also absorbed back into pure consciousness. I have mentioned that so many times now. In this way, the total Jagat Vyavahara is the winking of the eyes of the Paramatma. Aha, beautiful. So what is the disposition that the Jnaneshwar Maharaj is putting us into? I told you, the Virat just before. So rather than think that I am the waker, I am the dreamer, I am the sleeper, here is first understand the principle, manifestation and unmanifestation. And manifestation is a play of the Triputi. And if all Triputis, and if manifestation and unmanifestation is known by you, if the individual is the witness of all manifestation and unmanifestation, another way, and this witness is nothing but the witnessing consciousness. If you truly come to this point, it is like the Paramatma blinking or winking. When he opens his eyes, the waking comes. When he dreams, the deep dream comes. And when he closes his eyes completely and there is no thought of the world, then the deep sleep comes. But waking, dream and deep sleep is for individual, not for Paramatma. He remains awake all through. And when you get to this point of being the substratum, then you will also watch the waking and the dream and the deep sleep states coming and going and not identifying with them. Then there is no difference between the Paramatma and the Jiva, the witness that you are. You are that one. This is the truth. To assign cause and effect is the only indicative of a defect in our own vision. So this creation is not a product of cause and effect. Because I see, therefore the world is. Because I experience, therefore the world is wrong conclusion. That is true at a very gross level, but in the understanding of all this, The whole world is nothing but the expression of the pure consciousness. The wave is not the effect of ocean. If you look at it that way, when your attention is on the cause and effect, your attention will never go to the water. Your attention will be, I am this body, then what is the total body? Oh, Virat. If the wave is looking at itself, I am this form, where am I existing? In the total form. What is that? Ocean. But the truth is ocean or water? Water is the truth. So where is ocean? Only in the imagination of the wave. It's a relative truth. Because if you take wave as an effect, then there is an ocean. If there is a tree, there is a seed. So at a very gross level, when we think, then we tend to attribute everything to cause and effect. We look for what is the cause. Why am I having this disease? Why am I having these thoughts? Why am I having anxiousness? Why am I disturbed? Why am I having these regrets? Why am I having this fear? Cause and effect, cause and effect, cause and effect, cause and effect. Get out of this. Be the witness. See the whole thing. Good thoughts, bad thoughts, ugly thoughts, waking thoughts, dream thoughts, no thoughts, everything. No thought means nothing. But everything is a expression of that pure consciousness that I am. And the moment you come to this, then the individuality does not remain. There and then you come to be the water. To assign cause and effect is only indicative of the defect in our own vision. So if I take the glasses off and try to read, I can't read anything. The defect is there a problem that I'm seeing a soup of words? No. For other people, it's a book. All the words are there. Then where is the problem? Defect in my vision. I correct my vision. Now I'm able to read. Jnaneshwar Maharaj, through these various OVs, is trying to correct our vision. He can only talk about it. We have to do it ourselves. We have to take that disposition. We have to understand. It has to click to us. Nobody can bring us clarity. We can only hear, and if we are in the right frame, with faith, with Shraddha, with single pointedness, with a yearning to be the truth, then it clicks. It's not that something that you can achieve it, no, but it clicks. The sadvastu, that means the existence, when expressing as chit and infinite potentiality, the whole of Triputi of infinitude, Ananta Rupa, is born. That sadvastu, the existence, when expressing as chit, the consciousness. Existence, consciousness, bliss. So are these three separate things? Is the heat and light of the sun two separate things from the sun? Or they are one and the same? Exactly the same way. But for our explanation's sake, when this existence, so this is a table, is existence. I know this is a table, I'm conscious of its existence, isn't it? So when this existence expresses as consciousness, so in sleep, in deep sleep, are you conscious or are you existing? You are existing. You are not conscious of yourself. But when that existence becomes conscious? The moment you wake up. See, your experience. So when this sad vastu, when expressing as chit, and what is this chit? Infinite potentiality, infinite knowledge, infinite power, infinite manifestation, infinite variety. Chit and infinite potential, or chit and infinite potentiality, the whole triputi of infinitude. The whole triputi of infinitude. What does it mean? Does it mean triputi of I see you, I hear you, I feel you, I love you, I hate you, are we talking about all individual triputis put together and making the infinite? Is it possible to collect all the finite number of triputis, but how many are there? Infinite triputis. Can you collect them together? Consciously, can you collect them together? I'm asking. Can you collect infinite number of waves and count them?
No, not possible.
So can you count infinite number of thoughts?
No.
Infinite number of finite thoughts. Can you count them? No.
No, because they go on forever.
You cannot count them. So here we are talking about, we are taking one step back from the triputi, from the total number of triputis. We know that infinite number of waves exist in the ocean. Do you have a doubt about that? Similarly, infinite number of triputis exist in creation. You are interacting with one object at a time as an individual. The teacher is prodding us to take a position where we are aware of all the thoughts, past, present, future, manifested or unmanifested, in one go. Meaning, look at the principle. So when is that possible? When you are not attached to any specific object, you are not attached to any specific experience, which means you see, but there is seen, but you don't become the seer. You hear, but you don't become the hearer. You talk, but you don't become the talker. You experience, but you don't become the experiencer. Only then it is possible, isn't it? Because the moment you take a position of experiencer, seer, hearer, then specificity is created. And you can never understand as long as you are associated, identified, or identified to the object. You have lost your infinitude. You have contracted into I thought. But if I allow seeing to take place, hearing to take place without becoming the seer, without becoming the hearer, how is that possible? By maintaining the disposition, maintaining the thought that the pure consciousness alone is appearing as the whole creation. That existence alone is appearing as consciousness, and that consciousness itself is dividing itself into subject and object. As a principle, not as a specific object, as a principle. Very subtle thought. Very subtle thought. Just like you know that all your thoughts of the of right now, all the thoughts that you are having from the moment you woke up till you go to sleep. So either you become identified with each object and become the wife, the husband, the seer, the seen, the hungry person, or whatever, grandmother, whatever role that you take, because it's only because you identified with the object. But can you understand that all the thoughts of the day are a part of the waking state? You can appreciate that thought? That all the thoughts of the day are a part of the waking state, and when the waking states go away, all the thoughts of the waking state also become unmanifest. Either you can focus on each one of the Triputi to be unmanifest, or you can look at all of them. Instead of working out each one, you can look at the total waking state, in which is itself divided into many Triputis. But the waking state is also Triputi. Waker, waking world, waking experience, isn't it? And within that Triputi, there are multiple, infinite number of thoughts. So that is just to compare the individual thought to the one thought, waker, waking world, and the waking experience. Within its womb of waker, waking experience, and waking world, in that womb are all the thoughts of the day. Just like in the dreamer, dream world, and dream experience, all the thoughts and objects of the dream are there, isn't it? You must have never thought like that. This is a good meditation. Move around in that disposition all the time. Kitna wonderful. The Sadvastu, when expressing as Chit and infinite potentiality, the whole Triputi of infinitude, Ananta Rupa is born, meaning the entire experience is born. And what is that entire experience for you that you are observing without getting caught up in it? You know the entire experience is waker, waking world, waking experience, dreamer, dream world, dream experience, and deep sleep experience. And within each one of them, in each state, there are many Triputis going on. In each Triputi, there are multiple Triputis, isn't it? So do you become the waker or you remain the witness? In the waking, do you become the seer, hearer, toucher, feeler, taster, or you remain the witness? That you have to become clear in yourself. Are we going to shortchange ourselves again and again, or are we going to be the original? Are we going to be a referential existence every moment, or we are going to be the non-specific, non-referential existence? The pure consciousness. And we cannot deny the world, we cannot deny the waking and dream. So what is waking and dream? It is that consciousness which is alone appearing as the Triputi in the whole creation. That is the infinite potentiality. How did it happen? It is its nature. The sun's nature is to express as infinite rays of light and heat. Where do they go when you go to become unmanifest? Next morning again they come up. Can you stop it? No. Can you stop the waking dream deep sleep? No. Can you stop the thoughts coming in your mind? Can you stop the objects from appearing in front of your eyes or words appearing in front of your ear? No. But what you have choice is to be with reference to each object or to be the witness of each object. Or to see that everything is a manifestation of the pure consciousness that I am. In essence. That will bring about that will be, when you keep thinking about it like this, suddenly it will click. देखो मजा. In this way, the whole creation is a pulsation. This pulsation is the throb. This is the spandan of creation. And therefore, there in Kundalini Yoga, Jnaneshwar Maharaj also follow, you catch the spandan. You can catch the spandan of your heart, the throb of your heartbeat, or you can catch this throb, the in and out of the breath. That's also spandan. Or when you are lying very quiet, you can hear behind your navel or in your heart or on your spine continuous a spandan, some inner voice, some vibration is going on. You can catch that and go into meditation. That will take you to witnessing if you don't go to sleep. And this spandan is the nature, is the way the world is. World is nothing but a spandan. Spandan means a throb. What is the throb? Manifestation and manifestation. That's all. See? So in this way, where are we? In this way, the whole world, the whole creation is a pulsation. To be aware of this pulsation to the last cell in the body in itself constitutes meditation. And this is, you can take it as make it into a hobby. Don't have to be serious about it. Like you are aware of sun setting and sun rising, it's a pulsation but at a grosser scale. Then you become aware of the eyes blinking. This is pulsation at a bit closer to you. Then you are aware of the pulsation of the breath in and out. It is even closer. And as you keep going in and in, you will feel that there is without you, just like breath is, you are not putting any efforts to breathe in or breathe out. Similarly, this throb that is going on in your body, initially it appears in the heart, in the solar plexus, or in the coccyx, or in the Swadhisthana, or Manipur, or Anahat. Somewhere it will appear. And if you remain attentive about it, slowly, 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 that throb, because throb means what? And whenever it goes that way, slowly, you will feel that throb, you become so refined, so focused, so empty in that focus that you can feel the vibration of that throb go in and through every cell of your body. At the gross level we are talking. See? This constitutes meditation. The whole universe is this pulsation or sphurna of the Paramatma Tattva. It is a sphurna. Sphurna means the throb. So, sphurna of what? Of that Paramatma, of that pure consciousness, of that reality. The expiration is the sa, the bija, the seed of creation, and the inspiration is the ha, bija, the seed of absorption. So continuously the expiration and inspiration, what I was just telling you, that is also a throb. So, and there is a natural sound that is created, and that is sa when when you are breathing out, and ha when you are breathing in. That is what in our scriptures is called as soham, 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 soham. This is continuously, whether you chant that mantra. What is that mantra? Soham, soham, saha aham. He am I. He am I. What is that he? He is that Paramatma. He is that reality. So that continuously that mantra is going on, but we are ignorant about it. We have taken it for granted. Thus, this constant japa of Soham is constantly going on, manifestation as Triputi and absence of manifestation as the reality. So, absence of manifestation is not equal to void, is not equal to absence, is not equal to nothingness. Absence of manifestation leads to reality. Now catch this, as make this a game. That do you see blankness? Do you see darkness when all forms vanish? No, I'm not seeing anything. You've gone the wrong way. I'm not hearing anything. Just yesterday, one girl living in her mom's house, she was saying, Swamiji, it is so quiet here, it is scary. Because they live in Bombay next to a railway line. Katak, kat, katak, kat, katak, kat. Every 2 minutes, one train is going on. They are used to that sound. They are used to the people. They are used to the traffic sound, the people walking. There's a continuous buzz that is going on. So they have never experienced this silence. And she says, to hear this silence, my ears hurt. So I have to keep some music going on, or I have to sit in front of a TV, or I have to talk to someone. They are afraid of their own self. They are afraid of the silence. How many people we know, or maybe we have been through that sometimes earlier in our life, where we are afraid of our own silence. Maybe we are afraid of that silence even now, that when we sit in silence for meditation, we go to sleep because we can't handle the silence. See? This in itself constitutes dhyana abhyasa, or the practice of meditation. So continuously being aware of your breath, he am I, he am I, he am I, watching that the breath appears, you become aware of the breath, then the breath disappears, or you are with the breath, your attention is on the Soham mantra. One moment it is, your mind is chanting it, next moment it is not there. It says so, then silence, then hum, then silence, then so, then silence. But the right way of interacting with what is going on, that is what Jnaneshwar Maharaj is teaching us. Soham is going on, breathing is going on, thinking is going on, creation is going on, waking, dream, deep sleep is going on. Everything is going on. You have not done anything. We have only created complication for ourselves because of our wrong interaction, wrong angle of approach. Here he is giving the right angle of approach so that we don't get caught up. And the biggest lesson is that when manifestation leads to unmanifestation, unmanifestation, there is nothing called unmanifestation, there is only pure consciousness. But at a very gross level, we have to use the word unmanifestation. or absorption. Absence of manifestation is absence of Triputi. Triputi, subject, object, and instrument of knowledge. Seer, seen, seeing, hearer, heard, hearing. This is the Triputi. Absence of manifestation is absence of the Triputi, meaning the thought is absence of manifestation, means whole manifestation is known only through thoughts. And when we say there is unmanifestation, means in the mind there is no eruption of Triputi. Like when you close your eyes, there is no eruption of any form. When you are in meditation, there is no eruption of any thought in your mind. Between the two thoughts, there is no eruption of any thought. But because of the manifestation, the trio does not add anything to the consciousness, nor is anything lost when the trio is absorbed. So, appearance and disappearance of Triputi does not add to creation, add to the truth, or when the Triputi is created, nothing is lost from the truth. Truth, the pure consciousness. Who is that? In me in essence. Me in essence. The self in essence. But how are we behaving? If someone dies, we cry. If I lose if my laptop breaks up, oh my God, what will happen now? What will I do? Drama begins. Hunger comes, and if hunger is not satisfied, anger comes. Identified. We are not being the witness. We are identified with the specific. See? So the trio, meaning the seer, seen, seeing, hearer, heard, hearing, in the principle of trio is subject, object, and instrument of knowledge. When the trio gets created, the truth does not become less. When the trio becomes unmanifest, nothing is added to the pure consciousness, the truth. And therefore, that truth is Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. It is complete. Then what is this manifestation and unmanifestation? It's only a phenomena. It's only a phenomena. And taking the phenomena as real is the job of ego, not of pure consciousness. So decide which one you are.
We definitely want to be.
Yes, so we have to keep thinking of this point.
Yes.
This status comes closest to the Upanishadic statement, Etad Vaitata, this is verily that the Atma. In Kathopanishad it came. In this, there is no understanding. The Kenopanishad tells again and again, do not try to understand the truth, because understanding only strengthens the Triputi.
Yes.
So it is understanding, less understanding. Thought-free knowledge has to come about. And that is your nature. So don't insist that I have to know it through thoughts, through my mind, that I have to know the truth. It will not happen.
So you can over-intellectualize.
Yes, you can over-intellectualize.
Amen.
In the language of Panchadashi, chapter 4, the expression of the pure consciousness as Triputi, Ishvara Dvaita, there is nothing to worry about that. So there it is taken that the Lord himself is appearing as the Ishvara, himself is appearing that Paramashiva or the Narayana, he himself has become the two, the Ishvara and Prakriti, and the whole Prakriti is also divine, and the Ishvara is also of the nature of divinity. So take the whole world as the game of the divine. Why you don't take it that way? That's another way of looking at it. But after having created the seeing, when identification with any aspect of the Triputi takes place, then the Jiva Dvaita is born, which is the root cause of all miseries of the Jiva. So after the phenomena appears, identifying with the phenomena is what brings us misery. So don't identify with any phenomena. And you have got enough examples. You don't identify with the phenomena of sunset and sunrise. You don't identify with the phenomena of mirage waters. You don't identify with the phenomena of rainbow. See? So you have examples, but you choose to identify and then suffer because of that identification. Now Jnaneshwar Maharaj gives expression to a unique thought. The moment the eyes of pure consciousness close, the world is manifested, while the world disappears when he opens his eyes. What a wonder indeed. This thought, we'll look at it in our next class. But a beautiful understanding was revealed in this particular OV. Now, don't make it into a concept. We were talking about our essential nature, how existence itself appears as manifests as consciousness. That consciousness by nature, consciousness means light, consciousness means knowledge, and that consciousness by nature appears as the subject object, the Triputi, the manifestation and the unmanifestation, the throb, and this phenomena is eternally going on. You cannot stop it, you cannot do anything about it. If you artificially do something to it, then there are consequences. Instead, we have to, if you identify with it, there is a consequence. If you disidentified, there is a less consequence then. So choose wisely and come to be the Satchidananda Swarup that we essentially are. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Just sit quietly for a moment. Hari Om.